It's spooky season now, so I thought it would be a good time to share my thoughts and opinions on my Halloween on the High Seas cruise that I took on the Disney Magic with Disney Cruise Line. Welcome to the Busy Bee Chronicles. If you're new to the channel, I'm Chelsea, and basically I love taking you along with me on my travels as well as sharing what I've learned from those experiences to hopefully help you plan your own trip or to simply enjoy watching videos. So if you haven't heard of these cruises, basically Halloween on the High Seas are Halloween-themed cruises through Disney Cruise Line during the fall season for specific itineraries. They add some festive touches to their decorations and entertainment and even offer some trick-or-treating experiences on board. So my cruise was from October 26th to 29th, 2023. And it left the port of San Diego, California, and had a port of call in Ensenada, Mexico. I didn't plan for one this year because instead I chose to do the Halloween half marathon at Disneyland with Run Disney, and I'll share later why I made that choice this year. Now, I think most people wonder what they are gaining or missing out on by doing a Halloween cruise. How festive is it, and so on. So let's break it down a little bit. What I was looking forward to most was actually the decor. I love Halloween, and I was taken on this cruise for my birthday because my birthday isn't far from Halloween. So for me, Halloween decorations are just fun and festive and celebratory. You should know though, the decorations are not everywhere. Most of the decorations are in the atrium and on the floors connected to the atrium. So the main centerpiece is, of course, their Halloween tree, which is a part of the entertainment that I'll get to later. And then there is bunting and decals on the windows. A few pumpkins were set out, which are so cute, especially with the Disney touches. There aren't any decorations in the stateroom areas, but many people decorate their doors, so it could be very festive. I decorated mine a little bit too, and that was fun. There were actually a lot of other people celebrating birthdays on this cruise too. I remember seeing a lot of birthday magnets, but you definitely see people decorate their doors a lot on Disney cruises, and some people get very elaborate, so you definitely have to take a look around at people's stateroom doors just for fun because they put on a really good presentation. Oh, and if you do celebrate a birthday on a Disney cruise, it doesn't have to be a Halloween time cruise, but if you let them know ahead of time, they actually surprise the birthday guest with a couple little things, so that was nice. I got a little extra treat at one of our dinners and then a coupon, I think, to go use at the spa if I wanted to. I do believe that your birthday has to be within a week of your actual cruise though. So really, that was all of the decorations. It's really focused in the atrium area. So when it came to food, the service and the quality was the same as on any other Disney cruise, which I always feel is excellent. Whether it's in quick service or in the dining rooms, I love that there's always food choices that accommodate all palates. As far as Halloween themed things, I did feel like it was a little bit lacking. I wasn't doing vlogs at the time, so I didn't record each dish or all of the menus, but I remember there weren't any Halloween specific themed items on the menus, which I had expected. The only themed snacks that I saw were the free treats that are in the little case at the Cove Cafe, and they were very cute, but they were not open to everyone since the Cove Cafe is in the 18 and over area, and they were still very limited. So I don't know if it was just our specific cruise that didn't get anything for it, or maybe that's something that's changed this year, but that's definitely all that we had when it comes to food that was Halloween themed. Now, of course, there was trick-or-treating, and we asked before doing this if it was for everyone, and the crew said yes, it was for everybody, all ages are welcome to do it. They gave everyone a small bag and then had little treat stations through cabanas, but basically you form a line and you do a little loop inside to do your trick-or-treating. So if you do a Halloween on the High Seas cruise, know that this line out on deck to get into cabanas for the trick-or-treating looks really long, but it moves very quickly. So don't get discouraged to go through it. Now, as for costumes, there are a lot of people of all ages who wear costumes, and then there are also people who don't. So that's really a personal choice that nobody else is fazed by. Wear a costume if you want to, but don't feel obligated to do so either. Some people dressed in maybe festive like t-shirts and had accessories every day of the cruise. Others just wore regular clothes, and some people wore very elaborate costumes on trick-or-treating day. If you're someone who likes to dress up for Pirate Night, you should know that on the shorter cruises, Pirate Night and the day that you do trick-or-treating, which kind of becomes your Halloween celebration day, is actually on the same day. So if you like to dress up for either of those things, you should plan accordingly, whether you want to make it one costume for both or if you want to change for your Pirate Night from your Halloween costume. Now I'd like to take a second to ask you to subscribe to the Busy Bee Chronicles and turn the notification bell on so that you get notifications whenever I post a new video. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot to know that you support the channel and are helping me reach out to others that I can help or who might find joy in my videos too. Now, something that I thought was really nice about the Halloween cruise was that even with the addition of Halloween-themed entertainment, you didn't lose anything from the usual Disney entertainment. They still did their sail away party, which happens at the start of every Disney cruise. It's Disney Cruise Line's fun way of celebrating the start of your trip, and of course Mickey and Minnie and all of their friends are there too. There's music and dancing, and overall it's just a very fun way to start any Disney cruise, and you didn't miss out on that just by choosing a Halloween themed cruise. So there's nothing Halloween themed added to this show, which I think is really nice because maybe if it's your first Disney cruise and it's on Halloween on the high seas, you don't miss out on those first really memorable cruise experiences on DCL. And the same thing can be said for your dining. For any of the dining experiences that have a show, you still get the original show. So for my cruise, I was on the Magic, so we had Animator's Palette, and we still had the presentation during our meal where the drawings all change with the lighting, and I was so happy because I really love how magical Animator's Palette was, so I didn't have to miss out on that. We also had Rapunzel's Royal Table, where we got the full experience there as well. Another very fun and musical dinner experience. Now, I can't forget about the theater shows either, which is another thing that you don't want to miss out on. You still get the Broadway-style stage shows even during a Halloween cruise. And there are still a ton of activities happening throughout the cruise. There's the usual stuff, like activities out on deck, there's trivia, drawing, movies out on the funnel vision, and I even went to the silent DJ party on this cruise, and that was pretty fun. So you don't want to miss out on any of the regular cruise stuff, but they also offered some things with Halloween in mind. There was a specifically Halloween trivia, and they showed some Halloween movies. I watched Hocus Pocus 2 that they showed in the movie theater on board at one point, which was so cool because I hadn't seen it on the big screen, and there were only like 2 other people in the theater with me, so that was really enjoyable. Now they also do the Pirate Night performance out on deck later in the evening with fireworks if they're able to do them, so you don't even miss out on your Pirate Night entertainment either. Now, the Halloween-specific entertainment includes the tree lighting ceremony in the atrium, where we are told the story of this pumpkin tree, and basically they bring it to life to start the Halloween festivities at the beginning of the cruise. I did not watch this full show because it was very crowded. I love the thought of it, and I've watched recordings of the full show, but trying to fit everyone in the atrium at the same time goes exactly like you would expect it to. Everyone's trying to find a spot and squeeze in. It's loud. You can't see well from all angles. It's just the way it goes, but if it's a priority, make sure that you get there early. And if you have kids, I recommend being on the bottom floor because it's more interactive for them because they're very close to the tree and they can see well because they let them all sit on the ground right in front of the tree. So that's a good spot if you have little ones and if you get there early. I didn't get there early, so that's why I had kind of a bad spot. So know that there's definitely not room for everybody to have a great view, but it's still a really cute show and you can hear it. So even if you can't see it visually, it's still fun to listen to and get the experience of the start of the cruise for Halloween time. On the day that they do the trick-or-treating, they do a show out on the deck earlier in the evening, which is like a Halloween dance party with all of the characters in their Halloween costumes. So it's a great opportunity if you don't want to wait in lines or you missed an opportunity to take photos with the characters in their Halloween costumes. You can see them here, and it's very fun and interactive, especially for the kids. Basically, they're all there together in their costumes, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, the whole gang, and they're doing little dance steps and they make it Halloween themed, so it's very fun. Okay, so for my likes and my dislikes, I liked that there was Halloween theming and that it was happy, right? I'm kind of always up for something that is spooky cute and throw some extra magic into it. I also really liked that, like all Disney things, adults can join in the fun. If you want to trick or treat and you want to dress up, they welcome it. They're completely open to it, and people don't look at you weird. It's a place that it's okay to do that. And it's also somewhere that families can do that together with their children. So the parents can be involved with the kids while they're doing the trick-or-treating. And it's a really safe environment for kids to maybe get that experience of trick-or-treating if it's not something that they do at home or any other type of event. So it's another fun alternative to a Halloween event. Now, I wouldn't say that I disliked anything, but some things that left something to be desired for me for the cost of what you spend for a specific Halloween cruise. I would have liked to see more decorations. I know they're limited in time to put things up between sailings, and I don't expect things out on deck for safety reasons and such, but inside it would be cool if you saw more decor all over the lounge spaces and in the hallways or something like that. Maybe even a change in uniform like the parks do for the parties. But again, you're still on a ship, so I get that those might be impossible things or really difficult things. They're just from the standpoint of a guest. That would have been really cool. I would have definitely liked to have seen more Halloween food options, even if it was like one special dessert. It doesn't need to be a whole menu, just like a dessert or an appetizer, something that stood out and brought some festivities to the dining. You spend a lot of time in your dining rooms and lounging around and eating on a cruise. I mean, it is part of the fun is that you're trying things that you might not eat at home, and it would have been cool to see some Halloween specific treats. Would I do it again? Yes, I would definitely do a Halloween on the High Seas cruise again, but I will say if I needed to choose between something new or maybe a cruise that had a better itinerary, a Halloween cruise wasn't so much more desirable that I would sacrifice that in order to do it. For example, this year I didn't do a Halloween on the High Seas cruise because I wanted to do the Halloween half marathon weekend at Disneyland because that was a new experience for me, and that's what I chose to do. It was a new, different thing, and I wanted to try it, and I couldn't make both things work. So the Halloween cruise wasn't so desirable, and that, I just couldn't miss out on it, that I didn't take my chance on trying something new. I preferred to try something new and see how it went. Next year, maybe I'll do a Halloween cruise again. Maybe I'll do Oogie Boogie Bash. I don't know, but that's my take on it. It wasn't an experience that outshined everything to sacrifice a new or other fun experience, but it still was fun and worth the time and money, in my opinion. And I would like to do it again at some point, even to see if they've made changes or added anything new. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below if you're planning a DCL Halloween on the High Seas cruise. I want to hear all about your itinerary and ship and what made you choose that one. Don't forget to check out my full playlist of videos from my recent cruise to Alaska on the Disney Wonder. And until next time, thanks for buzzing by.